It is true that back in the old days, especially when you look at these, what they call today, immigration camps. Because I remember back a long time ago, there's something that's similar to camps, where people used to get kept, but not just to keep them prisoned, but to punish them in ways that nobody enjoyed in history. And that will most definitely be slave camps. Sure, a lot of people have talked about slavery was out of choice. No, it was out of fear. If you talk to anyone in the family who has lived that life of what it's like to be slaves, slavery was basically not choice. It was out of fear because they knew they couldn't do nothing about it. It's not like how today where people can use their ego to get themselves out of it. You've got weapons around you. There's no way you'll be able to get out of it. All you could do is fear for yourself. And that is normally true. So, for people to say slavery was a choice, I would disagree on that. Slavery was out of fear. And that's the one way I think anyone can explain it. But truth is, you would have to live the life of a slave person to understand the fear that our ancestors and maybe our family had experienced. But no one will ever experience what that's like because we were never in that era. The worst days of human history. You guys are probably wondering, why am I bringing this up? For starters, I've been doing some thinking lately when it comes to Trump's immigration camps. A lot of people kind of think, okay, these immigration camps is to keep them from seeing their families and yada yada more and more. But truthfully, you think of immigration camps, you're thinking slavery camps as well. So what's the difference? I believe down the road, something's going to change. And it's not going to be pretty. It's bad enough as it is that people cannot see their parents and they're illegal right now. One thing's for sure, Donald Trump's idea for this immigration camps, they may feel that they're safe now, but I guarantee anyone who brought up this idea about immigration camps and they do something very wrong and you let everybody relive what history holds from the dark past, just remember one thing: you brought back slavery. So whatever it is that goes on behind closed doors, just know that story will always be talked about, no matter what. And one thing's for sure, everything's being recorded anyway, what goes on behind those closed doors. And that is truth. Trump's idea of attacking people who are immigrants because they believe drugs have come from that side, face the true fact, man. United States of America holds drugs as well. That is not Latin race. Understand that. You got white and Caucasian people. You got blacks, Asians. Don't matter what your race is, They have drugs in the United States completely. The last time Trump discovered that most of those percents of Americans that are in gangs were not Latin. So that comes a shock to him. Because maybe because you've been focused on pure immigrants your whole life. Trump, you don't like immigrants because they're Latin, I believe. You don't like Latin people at all. Maybe it's something down in history you despise about them. Maybe why you do it. A reason why I'm putting video like this, let's be honest. The proper way to handle this kind of situation about immigrants not getting papers the right way, it should be solved by talking to them to do it the proper way, or don't walk in at all. That's the proper way of doing it. Adding immigration camps, putting the children so they won't see their parents, is a bad idea. Some of you may disagree on that, but because you guys don't know what you want, you guys think seeing people fear for their own selves is the proper way of doing it. This is kind of why you have sinned, Trump. You have sinned to the point where God's children is being put in a situation where it can only become worse if you make it happen that way. But one thing's for sure, there are different solutions on how to handle illegal the right way. And the only reason why it took me a while to put a video out like this, because I didn't really think it through. But now, when I think about it, it makes sense. It completely makes sense. The United States is going to hell for their sins. And the only ones that will rise and join the light are the ones who are the innocents. Our Father is watching every one of you while you sit there and burn down the holy grounds of the church that our Father once walked. You have shown sins not against humanity, but against the light. You guys really believe that now punishment cannot be done to you? Once karma attacks, or something around you happen one day, there's a miracle that's coming around. And that miracle is going to open a lot of eyes right now. Be ready. Judgment begins. Trump, you're one of them. Save your souls while you still can. Because people may not believe my words I say when I do videos like this. But only the heaven's light will prove everyone wrong. Believe me. No more suffering. Whatever happened, no longer. You'll see.